When you think of what is the premier mage in League of Legends, what's the first champion you think of? Exactly, Ryze. So with that being said, even though Ryze might be considered the poster child of mages within League of Legends, one of the things that has plagued them is of course balance issues, primarily with not being able to be played in solo queue and pro play successfully. Orianna, meanwhile, is an example of a mage that is kind of always relevant even if they're not the top tier champion. There's something that, casuals and pros can play alike, has been meta in pro play before without breaking solo queue too much as well, and as such, part of the reason why Orianna was probably chosen as not only the mage, but just, for the Victorious skin this year, is probably similar to Maokai back in Season 6, in which case he was chosen, A, because the top laner was getting the Victorious skin, but B, when they thought about tanks and such, which is a role that top lane has, they thought about the fact that Maokai is what people considered the tank of League of Legends. So if you take Ryze out of the equation, Orianna is kind of like the mage of League of Legends. At this point, AD carry got it back in Season 5, a jungler got it last year with Graves, Maokai top laner got it back in Season 6. It was going to be like mid or support that was going to get it anyways, but beyond that, if it wasn't going to be a mid lane, it was probably going to be a mage or an assassin, and in this case, they kind of went with the mage route, and as such, Orianna kind of fits with that logic that they used for Maokai back in Season 6. So even though no official description and discussion has really come out about why Orianna specifically was probably chosen, that is most likely what we're going to eventually find out. It's like I said, Maokai, I keep repeating that, mainly because when Maokai came out, people were confused back then too. He wasn't meta at the time, he was maybe kind of meta prior, but one of the things to also remember is that the Victorious skin can't be chosen like 2 weeks before they announce the skin. It takes time to make a skin. So most likely it's about summer and MSI at the latest when they gotta probably decide what champion's going to get it, so they can start working on that skin and have it out, have the splash art done, and everything ready to go by the end of the season. So back in Season 6, when Maokai was announced, it was kind of the same thing. He wasn't really maybe in the summer or Worlds, but they can't wait for Worlds to make the Victorious skin or it'd never be out in time for the end of the season. So probably they chose Orianna based off of this season if you want to go that route. No, you can't look at Summer Split probably at all. It's probably really about Spring Split. It's why I made that prediction video back in March that unfortunately is kind of blown up now because that's one of the first videos that was out at the time. But that's part of why I do that, so that we can look at maybe what in Spring Split is kind of popular or good or decent or meta right now, and we can make our predictions maybe based off of that. So with that being said, I'm going to go with that being the reason why Orianna was chosen as the Victorious skin champion. A, it was going to be a mid laner support. They went with the mid laner, went with the mage. B, Orianna's have like a staple mid lane mage pick in that case. Ryze is maybe thought to be the poster child, just got the cinematic and all that, but they're not necessarily the most balanced mage. While if you look at Orianna, once again, like I said, casual, you can go all the way down to bronze, all the way up to challenger. You can find people that can play Orianna, especially when she is meta, but even when she's not, and also be in pro play without, being much of an issue balance-wise around ultimate and stuff that needs team coordination and stuff that's probably not happening down, like say, silver to platinum even. So with that being said, that's my explanation briefly about kind of why Orianna was chosen, but I want to have a discussion about this. What do you think about the idea of how they choose a Victorious skin? What do you think about the concept of, it's probably based off the Spring Split and MSI at the latest, because they do need time to make the skin, so is that really encompassing the whole season then, when they probably can't wait for summer, and things like that. So with that being said, also if you're an Orianna player, you're probably maybe excited, or maybe you're not excited, but in any case, comment down below with how you feel about the skin, the champion, the process about making it, the explanation about, why they maybe choose staple picks as a Victorious skin for a certain role. One of the things to note, of course, is when Graves was chosen, some people were like, this is a marksman just got it with Silver. Well, no, Graves is a jungler. He is a marksman jungler, but he's a jungler now. So technically, it kind of felt maybe so for some other people that play jungle, were robbed a bit about, a Victorious skin champion that was getting it, because it's like, this is a jungler, but it's like a range, not really when you think of jungle, you think of like Lee Sin, Kha'Zix, maybe even Vi, Jarvan, the divers and stuff, and it was like Graves, so, maybe that was the thing. Versus when you do think of tanks, you do think Maokai. Maybe now Ornn and Sion too, but at the time at least, because Ornn didn't exist at the time, Maokai or Sion or something. That maybe fit a little bit better though. And Orianna I think fits when people think of like a mage mid laner. Maybe not necessarily like a Victor or something like that, sure, but it's not like, oh, technically Urgot was played mid, so Urgot gets it and he's the mid laner, right? So that being said, all those factors in mind, what do you think about the skin? What do you think about the explanation that possibly will come out soon about it, roughly being like Maokai? And as such, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, but I don't know which video will be next, because I can have a lot of kinks. So until this time, take care. GG, get jinxed. Thank you for watching, and enjoy pizza responsibly.